Greetings and welcome to another exciting episode of World Awake TV. I'm your host, Sky Cubby, and the title of this episode is Listening to the Whispering. It's about grabbing what's coming through because it's going to go somewhere else if we don't really take that opportunity to receive from our higher self, to see what Creator has in store for us, and to bring it home. I close my eyes and I focus on one spot. I calm my mind and experience no thought. Listening to the whispering from our higher self, insisting that we allow and stop resisting our destinies which are glistening in this new age we're christening. Like a sage, we're manifesting, creating without hesitation. Raising our frequency is the motivation, and positivity moves through me like waves. It soothes me. I find myself slipping into a negative spiral. I put myself on the shelf and time me out for a while. The other day there was just no hope. I had to sleep it off and try again when I woke. Negativity shows up for me, what I'm resisting, so I can be free to attract what I desire rather easily by tuning into the feeling of positivity. I close my eyes and I focus on one spot. I calm my mind and experience no thought, listening to the whispering from my higher self, insisting that we allow and stop resisting our destinies which are glistening in this new age we're christening. Moon Matrix keeping us in the 3D by amplifying our thoughts into reality. So focus, keep it light and break free. You know you and me are free to be. Together we're rising up into infinity. Hearts awakened, shining bright like Babaji. I know from where it's sent. And I'm sensing the divine scent, wafting up into the present and aligning in this moment. A flow so simplistic, it's synchronistic and pulled by a vision into the mystic. I close my eyes and I focus on one spot. Calm my mind and experience no thought. Listening to the whispering from my higher self, insisting that we allow and stop resisting our destinies which are glistening in this new age we're christening. I'm the stillness in the storm, a rose amidst the thorn, beauty within and around me, myself as far as we can see. Take a tip from my lip and flip the script. No clowning around and frowning. Time to turn it upside down and start smiling and listen to the truth that I'm sounding. I am one with all of you. We know this to be true. I am you, you are me. So come farm we with me like an army in harmony. The most incredible masters are like in awe of the great mystery. So, this is about not thinking that we have all the answers, but, remaining open to the guidance of spirit. I mean, you all know that Rumi quote, "Who am I and what am I supposed to be doing?" The only question worth asking that is never answered. So I would add to that, what do I desire and what do I know, as questioned by Alan Watts. Could it be that what I desire is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing? So one could say that they desire as much sex as possible with as many people as possible. So, and that's their greatest desire. So is that what they're supposed to be doing? Well, I desire plenty of sex, but not the kind of drama that comes with having multiple partners. So that's why I chose one partner whom I can be fulfilled and have a pretty juicy sex life. So you see, I derive peace over the roller coaster ride of multiple partners. And I guess you could say that the priorities of my desires have led me to a state of balance. But that's just me. What if your greatest desire was to have sex with as many people as possible? I can't judge you for that. Rumi also said, out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in the grass, the world is too full to talk about. So I think what Rumi meant about that is ultimately there is no right and wrong. Also that if we're not so busy like pointing fingers at everyone, then life's too full to pass judgment and, talk about it, basically gossip about it to everyone. So we assign these ideas here at Earth in the middle worlds of right and wrong. In the upper worlds, in the realms of our guides and our angels, as well as in the lower worlds with the animal spirits, there's absolutely no judgment. I mean, when's the last time your cat judged you, or the cat felt embarrassed when you walked in on him licking his butt? I mean, our guides keep showering us with love no matter what, and it's us who assign the judgment, good, bad, right, wrong. Now, if you take the higher octave of desire towards connection with Source and union with Great Spirit, then we can recognize that we're just a piece of a fractal of the infinite creator, that we are the creator. Just as a wave is the ocean, we then desire for great things. Another beautiful Rumi quote is, "What you seek is seeking you." And that's why I feel like we meditate, so we can get in the zone and listen to that still voice inside, nudging us to carry out the will of our higher self. It's really Source communicating through our higher self as a piece of the creator, nudging us forward on our destiny. But you ever not listen? It's the worst feeling in the world. It's like not getting picked for a team at school and just sitting on the sidelines. And if you stop listening, the voice stops coming. So, this is something that just like I've had the feeling in my life of not listening to the calling, and then, a decade later having to re-examine what, why I didn't pursue that path, then doing it, and then finding some success, and going, why didn't I just listen to this in the first place? But again, no judgment. There's always the right timing. But we simply must take action on those whisperings of our higher self to, get in the game and be fulfilled by our life's purpose. And by not listening, we're just giving it up to the billions of other people to get that download. So we must be so honored that Creator chose us through which this is coming through, is the absolute uniqueness that, we can express. Sure, someone else could carry out the vision or what's coming through, but not exactly the way you would. So when we hear the call, it's time to take action, then it really becomes about learning to become a good listener. How can we be a great listener if we've got the volume cranked up on all these other distractions that are turned up in our heads? He said, she said, I'm an idiot. The volume of so many negative thoughts is just way too high in most of us that, what can we do about it? First, simply tell yourself, stop that narrative. I mean, the voices of negative Nancy, Debbie Downer, doubting Thomas, immediately tell them to stop and flip the script, rewrite the affirmation in a positive tone. Wow, I really blew that interview. Stop and just say, gosh, I really see how I can improve, and I'm really getting better and better at this. This is a still point meditation technique I'm going to share with you that really helps to get to that still point, to be able to be in a place to really listen. So I learned this by utilizing a biofeedback machine from Muse. I actually just grabbed it here. I don't use this anymore because I learned kind of the zone to be in, but it comes in this little case. It's got this headset. You lick the bands to get it to match onto your head, and you kind of wear this on your head. And anyway, it reads your brain frequencies. There's also a cord to, charge it up. But yeah, the Muse headset is pretty cool. I was speaking at Wanderlust, and they hooked me up to this thing. And I'll tell you, what's cool about it is you listen, and they have different programs. Like there's a jungle or forest sound, and basically you might hear some birds in the background right now because I'm out in the jungle. But if you listen to the meditation sounds, as your brain waves get more and more complex, the sound of the ocean or the jungle, the forest noises get louder and louder. But as you calm your mind, then it gets quieter and quieter, and then you hear the birds start chirping, and that's when you know, like, you're in the zone. So I'm going to share this technique with you that basically made it so that I was able to master the single point of meditation. So when in this state of consciousness, our mind opens up to certain truths. We start to become aware of, like, one of those most fundamental truths that mystics have come to realize. I am. That statement. It's so simple, but that feeling you get, your presence, your awareness, that experience, no one can ever take that away from you. It's actually one of the only things no one can argue against, that you am, that I am, that if you die, you'd just be even more am than ever. You'd be mega am. That is the I am presence. Join me on this short meditation. I'm just going to drop into it and give you the basics that you can experiment with later in the evening, or just like in the morning before your meditation. I like to do all my visioneering work, which is basically prayer. And the difference between prayer and meditation is that, I want to put out what I'm envisioning and what I'd like to see the outcome come to be, and then drop into this and get into a space of, real listening for that true, original, non-egoic thought to, come through, which is true enlightenment. So I invite you to close your eyes and begin taking deeper, more full breaths. I found in my that my brain waves were actually more relaxed when I wasn't focused on my breath, like so many of the meditation techniques say to do. Instead, we're going to focus on a single point. So observe in your field. It could be maybe where you would perceive your third eye to be. Focus on a point of light. It could be a pattern or a shape. Just focus on one area in your consciousness and stay right there. Keep looking at that one point and not wavering. Now, when you get distracted or you start thinking about something, the drunken monkey mind kicks in. Just go back to that dot. And it's that simple. This technique is just about breathing without, forcing it or paying too much attention to the breathing. Just kind of putting that on automatic with some long, some deeper breaths than you're normally taking, and just focusing at that one single point. Now, this is all that I did to master single point of meditation during the work with the biofeedback Muse machine, and I was able to get pretty profound results. There is another thing you could do, which is another technique I'll give you now, is to imagine a river flowing through your mind. Like you're standing in a stream and there's just a river flowing through your mind. And as a thought comes in, it picks it up. The river picks it up and it just flows down the river. So this is a Dzogchen type of meditation. And it's a good Zen meditation to be able to, if you're having difficulty focusing, to just allow the river to pull your thoughts down the way. So we're not going to get too into the meditation right now. You can keep your eyes closed and keep listening to me, or you can open them and practice this more later. But I went ahead and did this meditation. And I'll tell you something, before recording this and just to experience it for myself one more time, some potent transmissions came through, which I'll share with you right now. So I sat in stillness, single-pointedness, and with attentiveness. I asked for something to come through for the collective consciousness. And I channeled this rhyme for exactly this divine time. I close my eyes and I focus on one spot. I calm my mind and experience no thought. Listening to the whispering from our higher self, insisting that we allow and stop resisting our destinies, which are glistening in this new age we're christening. Like a sage, we're manifesting, creating without hesitation. Raising our frequency is the motivation, and positivity moves through me like waves. It soothes me. I find myself slipping into a negative spiral. I put myself on the shelf and time me out for a while. The other day there was just no hope. I had to sleep it off and try again when I woke. Negativity shows up for me, what I'm resisting, so I can be free to attract what I desire rather easily by tuning into the feeling of positivity. I close my eyes and I focus on one spot. I calm my mind and experience no thought, listening to the whispering from my higher self, insisting that we allow and stop resisting our destinies, which are glistening in this new age we're christening. Moon matrix keeping us in the 3D by amplifying our thoughts into reality. So focus, keep it light and break free. You know you and me are free to be. Together we're rising up into infinity. Hearts awakened, shining bright like Babaji. I know from where it's sent, and I'm sensing the divine scent, wafting up into the present and aligning in this moment. A flow so simplistic, it's synchronistic and pulled by a vision into the mystic. I close my eyes and I focus on one spot. Calm my mind and experience no thought. Listening to the whispering from our higher self, insisting that we allow and stop resisting our destinies, which are glistening in this new age we're christening. I am the stillness in the storm, a rose amidst the thorn, beauty within and around me, myself as far as we can see. Take a tip from my lip and flip the script. No clowning around and frowning. Time to turn it upside down and start smiling and listen to the truth that I'm sounding. I am one with all of you. We know this to be true. I am you, you are me. So come farm we with me like an army in harmony. All right, well, that's all for now. I hope that you enjoyed that, and I hope it helps you know thyself even deeper, know the Creator within you and without you. Make sure you're subscribed and notified, because I'm going to send you some more good stuff in the future. And just remember, together we are dreaming the world awake and making it a better place. Until next time, bye for now.